So, hi, my name is Maria Ortiz. I am currently a student of a global health assignment. So, she is Juanita Gonzalez, a psychology at the Universidad La Sabana. In 2014, she carried out a social service in Tanzania, whose main focus was education in vulnerable populations. So, during this experience in Africa, she lived both happy and strong moments due to cultural shock and the social problems they face every day in the country. So for my research, it is really valuable that Juanita today tells me from her perspective how her experience and what was the most difficult moment and also the most satisfactory moments in this time. I want to ask you for the permission to interview and share this for educational purpose and for research purpose. Do you accept?
Yes, I do.
So Juanita, what was your job? What was your activity there?
I was a teacher, English teacher at a school called Charity School, which was in Arusha, Tanzania, with kids from 2 to 11 years old, approximately.
Okay.
Yeah, I just had to teach them English, like very basic English, and at the end I ended up teaching Spanish to the older ones.
Okay. So how was your experience? Oh, what is the reason that make you to accept this, I don't know, this challenge to go to this different country that is really different from us? And what was the purpose to you to go and make this social service?
Well, a lot. Like I have always wanted to go to Africa. I don't know why. Just I don't know. Was probably curiosity. But of course, also I knew I wanted to do social work. Like I took a semester from university just to go there, and also like to practice English. I wanted to get to know new cultures and like to go out from this perfect world to another one that probably wasn't like just different.
Okay, thank you. The other question, can you tell me please what was like a typical day there?
A typical day. Okay.
Yes.
I usually woke up at around 7. I took a breakfast. Then I met my friends from the school. We were like 3, approximately 3, sometimes 4 or 5, but the common denominator was 2. A friend who came with me from here and me. So yeah, we met. We had to walk like for like 10 minutes. Then we take the bus until like we had to do a stop, take another bus, and then walk a lot, like a half an hour, until we get to the school. Like the school was in a very poor place, and we had to go like up in the mountain. It wasn't a mountain, but it was, how you say, destapada, like, yeah.
It's in not very good conditions.
Exactly.
The street was really bad.
Like we did a lot of exercise.
Okay.
And yeah, I got to school. There I started teaching, and sometimes I was just like supporting the teacher, the principal teacher.
Okay.
And after, like sometimes I was usually with the babies, which was 2 to 4 years old group, and sometimes with the older ones who were like from 9 to 11. Then correct notebooks, correct homeworks.
Okay.
And yeah, it finished like about 2, around 2. After that I went, sometimes I had lunch at the school, but usually I didn't. And I went like to a restaurant. Living there was actually pretty cheap. Like I spent like 10,000 in a lunch,
Yes.
which is like $3,
$3. Okay.
like nothing.
Super cheap. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was a very good one, like a very good
Very good food.
place. And sometimes at the house. I actually love the cooking, like the food, because they don't use stuff. They cook outside with how you say that, sticks, like sticks.
Yes.
And what's meat. And after that, I was usually like hanging out with my friends. Sometimes we go out to have dinner. Other times we just spend the night there at the house. And yeah, I think that's a regular day.
Okay, what was the most difficult shock that you had experienced in this moment of your life?
Well, there were lots of hard
So can you explain me?
situations. I can talk about three. One was when the father of one of my kids died, and I had to go to the funeral and like the ceremony, which was very shocking because it's very difficult. Like
Yes.
they have the dead body there, no box, nothing. Like, and you have to pass and see the body,
Oh my God.
and also you have to give money to the family, which is also like different.
Yes.
But yeah, I was like, I had never seen a person like a dead person, so that was very shocking and hard because the kid was a little boy, like 5 years old. And
And do you know what was the cause?
I think it was HID.
HID? Oh my God. Okay.
But like there was a lot of people with HID there.
Yes.
Like it was so common. Actually, I took the kids to make them probes, like the kids who had parents with HID or had parents that died because of HID.
Okay. Yes.
Another one was when one of my kids got sick, very sick, because like I don't know how he had like a bubble literally here in the mouth inside, and they haven't taken him to the hospital because they don't have money. They didn't have money, so we took him, and it was like he was a boy of 3 years old, and his mother was dead because of HID. So when we went to the hospital, it was okay. Like the nurses almost killed us because it was too late to take him. But well, they give him the treatment. But in a moment, one of the nurses asked him, like, "Where's your mom?" And the kid was like so sad and started hiding on me. So it was like so heartbreaking, like to think a boy at 3, like how hard can it be to a baby to lose his mother. And yeah, it was similar, like with another little girl who was sick, and we took her, and she had like malaria, pneumonia, like all the diseases you can imagine. And yeah.
Do you think actually in Tanzania there is like I don't know, like an environment of acceptance of this HIV sick illness, or do you think that this is like no normal, or now is so normal because a lot of people died every day because of this, and do you think this?
Well, I think it is normal. Like, for us it's very shocking, malaria or HID, which are the most common there, or what, for my experience. But yeah, it is. Like, even for my friends, like, I had friends there who were medium class. All of them had taken an exam, a blood exam, because it's like
Yes.
mandatory, you know. Like here, I have never done that, and I'm 25. For them who were 20, it was like very, very
Very normal.
normal.
Okay. So, you had to tell me like what is your the most shock experience in this time, but what were the most I don't know, like satisfactory experience that you had lived in this moment?
All the experience, like all of the experience was amazing. Just to get to know people that are happy with $1 a day, because it's basically with what they live. And they actually are happier than us and have a life that probably is better than us, than ours. So yeah, we have a house and whatever we have, but they have happiness, you know, like
Yes.
they build their own happiness. So like the entire experience, I was filled of love and filled with of, I don't know, happiness and hope, and I don't know, they just make you, they help you see life easier.
Okay, and the reality, of course.
Yeah, like the reality is hard, but they don't see it hard, so why it has to be hard for you to live with all of this, you know, all of what you have.
Okay, I have a question. I had already tell you like the purpose of this project
Yeah.
is first my principal topic is to talk about empowerment of the woman and also like the discrimination against women. Did you see this type of discrimination in your experience in Tanzania?
I don't actually, like, it depends, because I went to visit the Maasai people. The Maasai people where they...
And there is a lot of hidden situation because what you told me that there is a lot of tourists, a lot of ONGs or a lot of communities that are like changing this form of thinking of people, or do you think is real? This change is real for this community?
I mean, it's real for the people who gets in touch with this kind of places, you know. But like, how many can be, you
Yes.
know, like with
Yes.
in a very big country where the focus of volunteering are probably the same cities, because are close to the, I don't know, the tourist places and whatever. And of course, volunteers also think about going to travel, do safari, whatever. For the ones that have get in touch, probably yes. Like my director is a Maasai, and he still think education is the focus of everything. He still fights for the rights of every children. It doesn't matter if he's a girl or a boy, but he's my director.
Okay.
You know, like, and I remember that lots of my friends went to my school and were like, I need him to talk to my director because he doesn't think that way, you know?
Okay. Yes.
So I think it's changing, but still, they need
Still okay.
much more than volunteers. I think another solution can be, I know you already talked about it on your project, but definitely law has to protect women. Like, it's mandatory. And the participation of organizations, I think there should be organizations focused only on women.
Okay.
You know, and empowering women, and from social psychology, you know, like psychoeducation, I think it's how it's called in English, and letting them know that they have law, because probably they don't know, and that's the principal problem. They don't know they can fight against a man that's, I don't know, raping them or beating them, whatever.
So as you mentioned, rape is one of the most common like acts of violence against women. So I think that this is like a really hidden activity
Yeah.
because what I told you that there is no law, there is no like organizations that hear women. So this is a really really good bad problem and affects really psychological and health in the health way to this woman. So yes, I think too like the legal part have to be more strong in laws that like punish these men that act in a violent way to this woman. And yes, it have to be like really hard punishment.
Yeah, and I think it's important for the woman to know that it's not their fault. Because
Yes,
it's funny, but always women think, not only in Tanzania, everywhere.
everywhere. Yes,
Like it was my fault. I probably made something that made him think that he could do that on me. Like it was my fault because I walked alone. No, because I dressed somewhere. I think that's the problem. Like we have to know that it's not our fault. They are not supposed to do it. Point. Like, period. There's nothing else.
yes.
And in Tanzania, people doesn't know. Like girls doesn't know probably that it's like it's not happening. It's not supposed to happen, and there's a law that protects them. You know, that they
Yes.
don't know that.
So one of the biggest problem is like the default of information.
Exactly.
They
And
they don't
education.
have information. Don't have
They don't have information,
education.
which comes from education,
Okay.
in my opinion. Yeah.
Okay, so Juanita, thank you very much for your time. This is, as I told you, this is really good for me, for my project, and for my investigation. I really admire what you had done, and yes, it was like really good for me and for my project. So thank you very much, and I hope that you can help more, because this is what move you to change the world. So this is like very cool.
Thank you.
Okay.